Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Monday. Okay, let's do a little time and temperature check, shall we? It is currently, it just turned. It is currently 6:20 p.m. I feel like there's something like catching out of the corner of my eye. It's like somebody, it didn't look like somebody was walking on the street. It looked like there was like a cat or a dog running through the yard. What's going on with my periphery vision? And the temperature is, it's cool, but it's not too cold outside. It is currently, I was just going to say it feels like November in Indiana, which is a stupid statement because it's November in Indiana. And the Weather Channel is taking forever to, okay, it is 53 and cloudy right now. When I left this morning, well, this afternoon, when I left this afternoon for my hair appointment, it was 60 degrees. So a little cooler than it was when I got up today. Let's see, my throat is itching. Let's see what the, tomorrow's supposed to be 45, so a lot colder. It's the high for tomorrow is colder than it is right now by what, 10 degrees? Yeah, by not 10 degrees, but 8 degrees or something like that. Okay, what is going on here? Okay, hold on a second. And then Wednesday, 43 and rain. Oh, Thursday we're supposed to get snow. Oh, it says Wednesday now. Rain and snow in the evening will become intermittent in the overnight hours. Thursday was supposed to have snow. Now it's no snow, just partly cloudy. Oh my God, Friday is 29 for a high. Low of 14. Oh my God, it's gonna be so cold. Wish I would have got that fireplace fixed. Wish I would have got that fireplace fixed. All next week it's supposed to be cold. All in the 30s. The highest it gets next week is 38 next Thursday. And 37 on, it'll probably get warmer than that. No snow, but just really cold weather. So that's the next week for you. Okay, before I get started on this, I just made a cup of coffee. It's the Community Coffee Vanilla Waffle Cone. Just made this. Alex just, he just cooked. And by cooking, I mean, he made Costco macaroni and cheese. And he is enjoying it inside while he is watching Dr. Odyssey, which actually a lot of you guys have told me to watch. He really is enjoying it. So he's watching Dr. Odyssey. I don't think that he knows that the entire season is not out yet. But I brought the my candle lighter out with me. And then I also brought the wax trimmer so that the flame is not like super high on these candles. Okay. Sometimes if I don't have my glasses on, I do these, trim these candle, did I say waxes? Flames. Sometimes if I don't have my glasses on, I trim these wicks way too short. Okay. Do you ever get one of these? Okay, do you ever like, if you trim your wicks on your candle, do you ever get it like on the counter in the kitchen and then when it rubs across, it's like, you know, it like makes that black smear? I hate that so much. I have it down to a science now. When I trim all the wicks on the candles, I usually do it before I lay down and take a nap so that when I get up from my nap, I can come downstairs. I fill the Keurig water tank and then I trim all of the wicks on my candles so that when I come downstairs for my nap, I can light the candles and make my cup of coffee or herbal tea, and then it's all ready for that. But so I have like a whole routine where I take, I think I already talked about this, where I take the paper towel, like I get like 2 paper towels, one for like the island and one for the counter, and then I carry it as I'm trimming the wicks so that then I take, so I'll show you what I do. So I trim the wick like this, so you get this little, okay, but then you can see, I don't know if you can see it or not, there's like, did it go back in there? It went back in there, but it's that black part right there, do you see? This is science, we're doing science right now. So it's that part right there, if you get that part on, it like smears. Okay, so we're just gonna throw it over there in the mulch. All right, now to light the candles. I'm almost done with these candles out here. This is the Bookshop in Autumn. It's supposed to smell like chai, spice chai. Have a little bit of a candle glow. I'm sitting in this chair tonight because it's already like pitch black outside. So I have the light on inside. I told Alex before I came out here, I said, okay, you have to keep the light. He goes, like he knows it now. Like he knows my routine as well as I do. He got home a little bit early today. He got home about 4:30. I actually wanted to, I'm gonna have to remember this candle. This is like, somebody sent me this, but I love this candle so much. It's Palm Springs Oasis by the Cactus Flower, by the, it doesn't say the company on here, but I love this candle so much. Oh, it smells so good. Reminds me of that hotel in Vegas. Monte Carlo. Anyway, I I wanted to, well, I was actually just thinking to myself, like, I was kind of upset that I didn't get to film more videos than I did, and then this is actually my 5th video that I filmed, and I was like, well, you filmed 5 videos out of 7, so you got more than you thought you were going to get done, you know? But he texted me, he's like, I'm coming home a little bit early today, and I was like, okay. So when he came home, I said, do you want to be downstairs or do you want to be upstairs? And he was like, I don't care, wherever it's easiest for you. And I said, well, I only have 2 videos left to film. So I was just finishing up. I think I only had 1 video left to film when he came home, and that was my review video. And then I finished it. And I was going to do my book haul over on my BookTube channel. Mel and I picked the true crime book and the true crime documentary. I'll give you guys a little head start on that. Well, no, I won't. You'll have to wait. You have to wait to see. But I was going to put that video up today, so I'm going to try to get it up tomorrow. But now tomorrow, my day has completely, like, switched how my day is supposed to go tomorrow. So I was supposed to have a therapy appointment tomorrow at 2. But I had a headache all last night. The whole night last night I had a headache. I feel like this, whenever I sit over here, I feel like it's not centered. Last night I had a headache before I laid down. I woke up. I had a headache when I woke up. I felt shaky. I feel off. I don't know really what it is. I had a friend of mine that I was talking to last night, a sober friend of mine, and she said, have you ever thought that maybe it's like anxiety and stress? And I was like, I mean, I've kind of thought that, but I don't. She's like, you know, because like the physical manifestation of anxiety and stress. I don't know, like I just, you know, I told Alex this last night. I'm trying to put one foot in front of the other and keep on moving. I'm not, like, I don't want to dedicate every vlog to this, but I honestly could. I'm just not doing very well since Boo has been gone. And I don't even really know that there's a lot to say about it. I'm just not doing well. And it's not even like I'm just sitting around crying all day long and stuff like that. I'm just not doing well. I'm real sad. And it's very quiet and very lonely here all day long without him. Even when he was just sleeping upstairs, I was aware that he was sleeping upstairs, and so, or when he was pacing or whatever, and I would take him out in between. It's different. It's just completely different. And I'm just really struggling. I think I'm having a harder time with it than, I've said this over here already. I think I'm having a harder time with it than I really thought. And my friend was like, you know, maybe this is anxiety, you know, or maybe it's some depression that you're going through. I don't know. So I rescheduled. So anyway, so last night I woke up from my nap and I was shaky. And by shaky, what I mean is like my hands are trembling a little bit. It's very, very light, but it's just a little bit when I wake up. And I had like a really bad headache still when I woke up from my nap last night. And so I took Tylenol. The headache went down a little bit. But then as the night went on, like, it came back. And so when I went to bed this morning, and I stayed up way too late last night watching the show, which I'll get to in a second. But when I went to bed, I had a really, really hard time falling asleep this morning. I mean, I don't even think I went to sleep. Alex left here at about, he had to take his car in this morning. So he left here about 7:15. I think the last time I looked at the clock, I had to get up no later than 11:30. And the last time that I looked at the clock, it was like 8:30. And I was like, I have literally 3 hours to sleep. So I don't know, a lot of it might just be, I mean, I know a lot of it's my sleep schedule. I'm just not taking very good care of myself right now. And so I woke up today and I had a massive headache. And, okay, this is what's weird about it. I don't really know how to explain it unless you have migraine syndrome, but like, so I have, or migraine disorder. So I have migraine disorder. There's a huge difference between a headache and a migraine. You can tell the difference between, if you have migraines, you can tell you can't explain it to somebody that doesn't have migraines or has, you know, people can have a migraine every like blue moon, but I'm talking about people that have migraines on a regular basis. Like when you go a long time without having, because I have never woken up where every day I have a migraine, but I have woken up where every day I have a headache. And so, this isn't a migraine. I've had a headache now, and it's been, I mean, we're going on like 2 weeks. So, you know, the last time I called my doctor, they were like, you know, couldn't get in to see him, and so they were like, you know, if you need to go to the med check or whatever, I didn't want to do that. And I started feeling better. And so it was like, okay, but then I started feeling a little bit worse, and then I kind of like, this is part of all my self-care, you know? And so last night, when I got up from my nap, I was like, if I still do not feel well tomorrow, like the first thing I'm doing is I'm gonna call my doctor. And the way that I decided, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to my primary care physician first, because they'll do blood work, and, you know, I wanna rule out anything that is not neurological, and then if he thinks it's something neurological, he works very closely with my neurologist, and I'll go see my neurologist. So I called my primary care physician today, and I was kind of surprised they got me in tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon. So I'm going to see my primary care physician tomorrow afternoon. Alex is going to meet me there for the appointment because he works close to where my appointment is, and he has a dinner afterwards. So, but that's tomorrow. So I'm glad to go in and see that. And I mean, I said today to the nurse, I was like, I mean, I just had blood work done not too long ago. She's like, well, things could have changed, so let's get some updated blood work. So we're gonna do blood work tomorrow. And I just want to sit in front of him and kind of explain to him what's going on, and that I feel off. I don't really know how to explain it. Like, for a while I thought I was sick, and then I thought it was grief, and then I thought maybe it was a combination of both of it. I just don't know what it is. This is not... Do I think I had a cold? Yeah, at some point, or the flu or something. Do I think it's grief on top of that? Yeah. I don't know what the rest of it is, but this has been going on for too long, and so I've got to go get it checked out. I feel off. I don't really know how to explain it. I just feel off. Like, when I'm filming videos, it kind of takes me out of it. Like today, I filmed, like I said, like a drama video, a Peter Does Stuff video. Oh, I did my Sister Wives video, and then I did a drama, Sister Wives, oh no, I did Sister Wives drama haul review video. So when I'm in the middle of filming, like, it kind of gets my mind out of it. But like when I get done with this vlog and I go inside and Alex and I are just sitting there watching TV or something, it doesn't feel like what I know of anxiety, but I feel very, like, I almost kind of feel like I'm coming out of my skin, which other people would say, well, that's anxiety. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I'm going to talk to the doctor tomorrow. And I'm not eating horribly, you know, like I'm not, like I shared this on, I think it was was it over here? Was it my weight loss? I think it was over here, maybe, actually. You know, I'm going through the meals in the freezer that I don't have too many of them left. I think when I counted them, I had like 25 or 26 or something. I don't have too many of them left. I have to get some more this week. With cottage cheese in the evening. I'm not eating horribly. I'm not walking. I haven't been walking. I need to get back to walking. I was going to last night and I didn't. But I'm relaxed in the evenings. I mean, I'm literally just like taking a nap, watching shows. I mean, there's no reason for me to... Yeah, I mean, I think, like, there's moments where I just kind of feel like I'm coming out of my skin a little bit. Which is how friends of mine have defined anxiety. So maybe it is anxiety. I don't know. But it's just affecting my overall well-being on a daily basis. And so I've got to go get it checked out. So I'm starting with him. So I see him tomorrow, and then if he thinks it's possibly something neurological, then I'm going to go see my neurologist. But the last time I saw my neurologist, he was like, everything's fine. So I don't feel the same that I did then. So I don't know. But anyway, so that's where it's a place to start. So I'm glad I got into him. I honestly, when I called today, I thought they wouldn't be able to get me in because it's the week of Thanksgiving. I thought they wouldn't be able to get me in until next week. So I will keep you guys updated. And it's not caffeine, because I have to tell you, I've like probably cut down my caffeine. I mean, I talk about drinking coffee on here and stuff like that, but like my caffeine intake, like I have really, really cut down. Like in the evenings, like if I get up, like let's just say if I watch TV from like 12:30 to like 5:30, I mean, you're talking 5 hours, right? I might have 1 cup of coffee, and then the rest is like water or herbal tea. Like I'm not drinking like 4 cups of coffee, and it's like a cup of coffee. Like this in here, like is not like, I don't know if you can see, but it's literally like it's up to here. And today at my hair appointment, I got a cup of coffee and I like just threw it all out. It's like, I mean, I drank like this much of it. So I'm not really, it's not caffeine. That's not making me feel like jittery. Like that's not it. I feel kind of jittery. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know. I feel off. I don't know what it is. So hopefully we'll find out what's going on tomorrow. My blood pressure has been really, really normal. I did take it today, and it was a little bit higher than usual. But it wasn't like off the charts higher or anything like that. I don't know. He had taken me off my blood pressure medicine because I lost so much weight. And I was taking my blood pressure every day. He had me take it for a while, and it just was staying like almost like perfect every day. So there was really no reason for me to continue to take it. I was actually talking to a friend of mine today, and he was like, what medication were you on? And I was like, lisinopril. And I said, but then like I started getting this cough with it, and he said he didn't think I really needed it anymore. I didn't know if the cough, like, remember me talking about that I wasn't sure if the cough was related, but a lot of you guys out there said there was a lisinopril cough, and so when I brought it up, anyway, so he took me off the lisinopril. But I don't know. It was a little bit higher than it usually is, but it wasn't like off the charts. It wasn't anything to worry about. So I don't know. There's a part of me that's like real nervous to go in there tomorrow. I don't know why. I don't usually feel that way about doctor's appointments. I think it's kind of the unknown, that I don't really know what's going on. I think that kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I don't even really know how to explain it. It's like right now, on a scale of like 1 to 10, I'd say like my headache is like, for me, like a 2 or a 3. It's really not that bad. And, but then it'll range all the way. I mean, it's sometimes like at night, like it was so bad this morning when I was going to bed. Like I was literally like rubbing my head, and Alex was like, babe, do you want me to, and he was like, do you want me to stay home today? I was like, no, like you need to go. But then when I went to my hair appointment, I had a hair appointment today, like I'm fine. Like to walk around and make videos, like most of the day, it kind of comes and goes. I don't really know how to explain it. I don't know what's going on with me. I have no idea. It's the weirdest thing. All I know is that it seems to have started around the time that Boo Radley passed. And so I'm almost kind of thinking maybe it's more something to do with that than, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not doing well, you know? I'm not. Alex and I talked a little bit about it last night. He's like, I'm not doing well either. I think this is hitting both of us a lot harder than we really thought it would. And, I don't even know, like, I can remember my mom saying one time something about, like, you have feelings so, like, when you have feelings so strongly you can't put words to it. I don't really even know how to describe it. I just feel kind of lost. And, like, the only time that I don't necessarily feel like that is when I'm filming videos. Like, that really, really helps me a lot. Or when I'm watching TV or I'm reading. I've been reading a lot. I don't know. Last night my plan was to like go upstairs and like put my shoes on and walk. And I got done with my vlog and just was like, I'm not going to. You know, maybe tonight that's what I need to do. I don't know. When I walk, and I'm walking regularly, I feel so much better. So obviously, why do you stop doing the things that make you feel better? I don't know. But... so we'll find out tomorrow. I'll tell you, part of my fear is that I'm going to go to the doctor and he's going to say everything checks out fine. Your blood pressure is fine. Your blood test can't... I mean, he won't know tomorrow, but he'll know probably the next day what my blood tests were. That everything's fine. Everything checks out. You know, no, it's not anxiety. No, it's not this. And then I'll go to my neurologist. I mean, that's my fear, is that there'll be, like, nothing conclusive. And then it's just like, what is it? Because if you're like me, my mind, like, runs, you know, with stuff. I can't, like, Google anything, because that's, you know, you don't want to do that. You know, it's all of a sudden, like, I have a couple friends of mine, I have 2 friends of mine whose husbands have Parkinson's disease, and when I started trembling, they started having signs of Parkinson's disease when they were about my age. And already having a history of neurological issues, like, that kind of freaked me out. Like, if I held my hand up for you when I'm trembling, like, right now I'm not trembling. But if I held my hand up for you, like, in the morning, it would be so slight that you would have to, like, look for it. But I notice it. I can feel it. And it's just my hands. I don't know. So anyway, so last night... did Alex and I watch any TV last night? I don't even remember what we watched. No. I was watching something on the couch. I watched Sister Wives and I took my nap. No. Yeah, I took my nap late last night. I was watching Sister Wives. He was watching... what was he watching? He finished it last night, whatever. He was watching some show. I don't remember what it was, and he finished it. Oh, and then he started watching Gossip Girl, and then he started watching Friends, and then he's like, I can't find a show to watch. And that's when he found Dr. Odyssey. And I was like, oh, people online were telling me to watch that. So I watched Sister Wives and took notes because I wanted to get up and just watch my spooky shows. And by spooky shows, I meant From. The season finale was last night. And then I also wanted to finish season 1 of Mindhunter. And then wanted to start season 2. And I also knew because tonight, well, it came out at 3 a.m. last night, was the 3-part John Benet Ramsey documentary, which is a case that I've been obsessed with ever since it happened. So I was really excited to watch that documentary. I watched a trailer last night. Her brother is like highly interviewed in the document. I didn't know that. I haven't watched any of it yet, so I'm gonna watch it tonight, I think. Tonight I have Dragula is the only show I have. It comes on at midnight, so I'll watch Dragula at midnight. My doctor's appointment's not till late tomorrow, so, well, later afternoon. So my plan is to get up and film whatever videos I'm gonna film in early. I think part of it is this too, is that like, well, Caroline texted me today, so we are doing Cousin Fun Day this week, but she's picking me up actually early. She's picking me up at 12:15, so I should probably be home by like no later than 2:30, which will give me to like, so tomorrow night when I get, well, tomorrow afternoon when I get home from my doctor's appointment, I could probably film like a drama video, and then I can film like my vlog. So I'll do that after I get home tomorrow. So I'll give you guys an update tomorrow about the doctor's appointment. Because Alex has dinner with his girlfriends tomorrow night, but it's an early dinner, so he won't like be home super late tomorrow night. And then Wednesday, he said he's not doing anything Wednesday night, but that could change. I think part of it is that I wanted to pre-film all these videos for Thanksgiving, so that Thanksgiving I would have a bunch of stuff to go up and then come back on Friday or Saturday. But I also just want to spend time with Alex and relax and whatever. So I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. Like if he's just watching shows and stuff like on Friday and Saturday, I'll probably film a couple, you know, I mean, it doesn't take me that long. The uploading the videos and the putting them together and rendering them and all, that stuff takes longer than actually filming the videos, you know? Like today, I think my drama video was 25 minutes, which is really short for me. It was an AITA video. I love doing those. And my Sister Wives video was like 28 or 29 minutes. So was that an hour? And then my review was 10 minutes and my haul was 15. So it's like, what, a half an hour? So total hour and a half filming it. But then it takes like all this time to like render it. I mean, it's not hard work, but it just takes time to do that. You know what I mean? It's not hard work at all. It's just a lot of sitting around waiting, like, you know? So, I mean, I can film videos, get up and film a couple videos on Friday and Saturday. But I'm going to have a couple videos to go for Thursday. I'll at least come out here. Who was shouting down the street? Wednesday night, I want to watch Home for the Holidays. But I'm also probably going to come out here and I will film a vlog. I don't know how long the vlog will be on Thursday. I mean, it might be 30 minutes. It might be an hour and a half. I don't know. It just depends on how I feel on Wednesday night. I might be in the mood to talk on Wednesday night. So, you know, I mean, it might be long. I'll probably tell some memories, past holidays and stuff like that. But I'm going to post something for people that don't celebrate Thanksgiving, don't live in the United States, people that do and they just want to go home and relax on Thursday night or Thursday or whatever. So I will have a vlog up on Thursday. And then Friday, my vlog will be about everything that we did on Thursday. And I'll probably have a couple other videos. Well, I put up this thing on my, you know what I actually need to do on my Instagram? I need to screenshot all the answers. So I put this thing up on my Instagram. Is it still going? I don't think it is. Oh yeah, I did. Send me your holiday rants for a video I put up. So it's got 1 hour left. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here right now and I'm going to, so what I do is I take all the responses like this and then I screenshot them. So let me go through here and screenshot all these. Because I want, some of them, oh my god, people had me cracking up so hard. They were like naming people. They were like, my aunt so-and-so, Judy, or whatever. Some of these were so funny. So I wanted to do a rant video for Thanksgiving. And then, we may skip my weight loss journey video this week. Or I might film that on, well, I could film that on Wednesday. I'm not going to do it on Thursday. I'm not going to, I mean, we got so much to do on Thursday. Oh my god, I got so many of these. Oh my god, so many of them. Oh my god. Thursday, we have to be at Alex's aunt's house by 12:30 or 1. And then we have to be at Caroline's house at 5. And we'll probably stay there till 8 or 9. His mom's coming with us. And then Friday, Alex was like, if you want to go shopping. I don't know that I really do want to go shopping on. I might change my mind. We'll just have to kind of see how I feel. So yeah. So last night, I watched Sister Wives and took notes. Did I lay down after that or before that? What did I watch before that? I don't know. I don't remember what the order was I watched. But anyway, I took a nap. I took a good nap last night. But when I woke up, I didn't feel great. When I woke up, I came downstairs, lit all the candles, and oh, no. What did I watch earlier? Because I did watch Sister Wives when I thought I watched it earlier. It doesn't matter. Anyway, oh my God, when I was talking about I couldn't remember what that movie was that I watched yesterday. Somebody left a comment. I thought it was so funny. And they said that their brother and sister swore that they fell out of a tree and broke their arm. And they're like, never happened. I don't know why that comment cracked me up so bad. But isn't that weird? Like, you swear. I mean, I swear that movie was... I mean, I think I've shared that story on here probably at least 5 or 10 times before. I don't know why I've never... Did I catch it before that it came out? I don't know. I don't know what the movie was. It probably was Miracle on 34th Street, because that was one of my favorite movies as a kid, too. So maybe that was the first time that I saw Miracle on 34th Street. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting the two confused. It came upon a midnight clear. Miracle on 34th Street. Midnight and Miracle. I could have got those switched in my head somehow, couldn't I? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Equally, I like both of those movies. So, oh, and Friday, if you didn't watch Peter's Movie Club on Friday, the movie is, I was going to say Just for Heaven, just like Heaven by the Cure. That's a song, one of my favorite songs. The movie for this week right now is, I can't think of the Legend of Billie Jean. And with Slater, Christian Slater, and what's her name? Has it Helen Slater? I can't think of her name. But anyway, starting on Friday, it's all Christmas movies going forward for the next 4 weeks. I'm really, really excited about it. And I'm not just using Tubi. I'm using all streaming apps. I'm picking my top 4 favorite Christmas movies ever. I'm picking the top 4 favorite Christmas movies. Which is hard, because I have like 10 favorite Christmas movies. Or 20, maybe. But I'm going to pick like my top 4. So if you want to watch with me my favorite Christmas movies and experience my favorite Christmas movies, you can go over there, and starting on Friday, I will be announcing those every week. But anyway, last night I don't know. Anyway, lit all the candles. I didn't light all the candles until I started watching From. And I started watching From, and then Nikki texted me, and I didn't understand what she was texting about, so I called her. We were talking about books. And we were talking about thrillers. And so I called her and came out here, and we talked for like a half an hour. And then after I walked inside, and then Tanya called me right after that. I talked to Tanya for like a half an hour. And then I was like halfway through From. And then I watched the end of From. It was such a bad season finale. I hate when season finales end and you're like, is there an episode next week? Like, what just happened? I'm confused. It was very bad. And I don't even know, is it renewed? It better be. I feel like more people have told me this year about, I've watched From for the last couple years. I feel like I've had more people come up to me and be like, oh my God, do you like the show From? Do you watch From? In the last, am I almost at 30 minutes already? Oh my God, I am. I feel like From season 4, some good news and some bad news about From season 4. The good news first, we'll be getting another season. Okay, wait, what is this? It's from Forbes. Anyway, what I was going to say is, I've had more people come up to me in the last year and tell me about the show From, or ask me about, have you watched From, on videos. My brother-in-law, Fufu, is watching it. Our friend that is a server at Patashi is watching it. She just told us that on Sunday. Then I have the last 3 years, but I don't know. Okay, wait. Good news and bad news from From. The good news, we'll be getting another season of MGM's popular yet super underrated series, which is something we'll be all dying for by the end of season 3 this coming Sunday. Well, yeah, because you don't have any clue what's going on whatsoever. What's the bad news? Oh wait, it's going to be the last season is what they'll say. The bad news is a little disappointing. Production of the new 10-episode season begins in 2025, and the first episode won't drop until 2026. That means the wait will be over a year, though whether it's a year and a couple months or full 2 years away remains to be seen. I thought they were going to say it was the last season. And to be honest with you, it needs to be the last season. If you thought that Lost was... It's by the producers of Lost, I think. If you thought that Lost was confusing, From is 100 times more confusing. I don't have any clue what is going on with this show whatsoever. And I definitely don't have any clue over what happened on the finale. And I don't want to Google search what does the finale mean, because I don't think anybody knows. There was stuff that they introduced in Lost that never even made sense, and they never explained it. And From is very similar to that. There's all kind of stuff that doesn't make sense at all. And so, I don't understand it. I was talking to Tanya about it, because Tanya likes it, but she can't watch it when she's home alone, even during the day. Or she has to watch during the day, but Eric has to be there because she gets so scared. And I'm like, what's interesting about it is this season of From started so strong. It was so great when it started. And then it just ended so boring. Like, literally the last 4 or 5 episodes were so bad that if you watch the show, and I'm not going to ruin anything for you, but like the last 4 episodes are all centered around Fatima. And I mean, she's not even one of my favorite characters. The camera stopped. In all honesty, I don't really care what happens to Fatima. I don't. She's not like a character. Like, there are some characters that I would love to learn more about, like Donna, who runs the house, and stuff like that. It's getting so weird. It's getting into time warps and stuff like that, and I'm like so confusion about it. So anyway, I watched From last night, and then I was like, I wanted to finish Mindhunter, okay? So, just tell you guys this first of all. I finished Mindhunter season 1 last night, and I'm now on season 2 of, episode 2 of season, I think I just finished, no, I'm like halfway through episode 2 of season 2. So, I have very conflicting feelings about Mindhunter. I texted Mel yesterday, and I said, I'm finally watching Mindhunter, and she said, thank God, finally, or something. And I said, girl, it's so slow. And she was like, you just have to hang in there, it gets better. I said, I'm on episode 7 out of 10. And she's like, no, trust, it gets better. I'm like, when does it get better? It's not, okay, and this is the thing that's weird about it. Like, somebody commented, and they said, it's definitely for people that are really interested in the psychology of, like, psychopathy and things like that. I'm interested in that. Like, that's something I'm really interested in. There's a lot of fluff around the show that, like, I know it's like the building of characters, but I would like to see more of them interviewing serial killers and, like, solving crimes than, like, the whole first season. Jonathan Groff, who I love, first of all, as an actor, and I just love, I mean, he's, like, stays off social media, and he's not, like, anyway. And he was on the HBO show Looking, about all the gay guys in San Francisco, which I think is one of the most realistic depictions of a gay group of friends. I love that show. Alex and I both watched that show, and the movie that the 2-hour movie conclusion that they did. I love Jonathan Groff. But anyway, so he plays the main character that's supposed to be, I think, John Douglas. Well, the whole first season, a lot of it is about this relationship that he has with this girl. And then they, like, get back together. He sees her, like, kiss. The whole thing is just, like, there's no need for it. Unless it plays out in season 2, and I'm not aware of that. Season 2's 9 I thought it's weird. It's 9 episodes, not 10. Not 8, not 10. It's 9 episodes. Who is, like, laughing and stuff? People are carrying on in the streets tonight. But anyway, there just was a lot of stuff that I mean, I know it was trying to show the characterization of the people. But, like, for example, their female partner, I don't even remember what her name is, Wendy, she, like, feeds this cat in her basement where the laundry places are, and they, like, show several scenes of that, but then they never show anything. I thought she's gonna crawl into this crawl space and find this cat or bring the cat up into her. I mean, I was more invested in this cat, and then there's no conclusion of the cat. They don't show anything about the cat. Is there something in season 2 about the cat? I'm so over it. I'm so over all this stuff that has nothing to do with the show. And so it's just distracting for the show. I think the show is, oh, you know who that is? That is my swim partner next door. I can hear, she's, like, out there in the driveway with her friend. They're probably getting ready to go on a walk or something. It's real windy outside. But anyway, next time she gets carrying on, I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna be like, hold it down over there. I feel like I hear somebody, like, right around the corner from me. She thinks it's real funny to scare me. Sometimes when I'm sitting out here and I'm talking on the phone, she'll, like, she peeks her head around the corner like that. I'm like, what are you doing? She, like, thinks it's so funny and scare me and stuff like that. But anyway, I love this neighborhood so much. I was talking to my neighbor today. He was walking his dog. And he was like, have you watched a new show with Ted Danson? I said, oh, I just binged it. And he goes, you just watched one episode? I said, oh, no, I binge watched the whole thing in, like, one night. His wife is watching it right now. And she cleaned out her entire garden. You should see it. There's, like, nothing. She got the pumpkins that were the mushy pumpkins. But other than that, she, like, cleaned it all out. Like, I mean, it is, like, it is ready. And he said something, I said something to him, I go, she did, like, took out half of her garden. And he goes, yeah, well, they're all perennials. And I go, that doesn't mean anything. I don't know. The perennials are the ones that come back every year, or is that annuals are the ones, it's not the opposite of what you think it's going to be, right? Like, annuals, you would think they come back annually, but they don't. You have to plant them every year. So perennials or something. Anyway, she cut it all back. It's like, it is, I mean, the garden is gone. I couldn't believe that. I'll have to show you guys when it's, like, light out. But anyway, so I'm real conflicted about Mindhunter, okay? Like, yes, it is a fantastic TV show. Yes, I would recommend it to people. If you're interested in true crime and you like thrillers, I definitely think it's a must-watch. Do I think it is the best thriller I've watched in the last 6 months or a year? Absolutely not. Do I think it's on the top 10? It would be on my top 10, but it would be on my top... I'm coming up with all these questions like I'm interviewing myself. It would be on the top 10, but it would be on the top 10 because of the character development. The fact that it's based on a true story. I love, like, Under the Banner of Heaven, that was based on a true story, or The Staircase. I love those kind of dramatizations. But there's a lot about it. It's very slow moving. It's even the very last couple episodes of season 1 were very slow moving. And then season 2, so they show this guy all through season 1, and you don't really know who he is. I don't know why I never connected it, because we read the damn book in a true crime book club, and this is whatever. The show's been out for like 5 or 6 years, so if it ruins it, ruins it. I mean, it doesn't, because I'm only on episode 2 of season 2, and I don't even know, but it's about the BTK killer. I'm not super interested in the BTK killer. He's not one of the serial killers that I'm not interested in. We read the book by his daughter, which I'm like trying to put together the timing of when he got caught with when the show is taking place and all this kind of stuff. So I'm very confused about all that. But anyway, it's about the building of the behavioral science unit at Quantico and in the FBI, and the terminology they use to come up with like serial killer, and they show the scene where they come up with the word serial killer. It was actually John Douglas's partner. John Douglas wrote the book Mindhunter, and so it's the telling of how they built the behavioral science unit and how they learned to start profiling serial killers and, you know, criminals and things like that. It's very interesting because a lot of what they show is what they come up with by so they interview people like Richard Speck. That's the part I love. Like the Ed Kemper stuff. I love when they're interviewing like Ed Kemper. They interview Richard Speck. And that really happened. Like, they really did do that. And so they're interviewing those people, and then they're coming up with theories on how to profile serial killers and criminals and things like that. And then they use it and they apply it to solve, like, cases that are happening in real time. It just is real slow. I don't know how to explain it other than that. It's not even really kind of like a slow burn. Like, the only way I could kind of explain it is it reminds me of Sharp Objects a little bit. Sharp Objects felt it was great. It was fantastically written. I thought Amy Adams was fantastic in it. I loved it. It was slow too. It was just like, I mean, there were a lot of moments where you're just kind of like this, like, okay. I mean, there's just a lot of like really slow moments in it. But it's good. It's good enough that I'm watching season 2. I mean, I talked to Alex, and he was like, yeah, I only watched season 1. And I was like, why'd you stop? He was like, I don't know. It was good. He was like, I just wasn't that interested in season 2. Which is so funny because so many people say that they absolutely love it. And then my friend today that I talked to, he took me home. I'll talk about that from my hair point. I'll tell about that in just a second. But anyway, he was like, yeah, I watched season 1, but I didn't watch season 2. So I don't know why a lot of people don't watch season 2. Maybe because it was kind of slow. It's real slow. So tonight, my plan is to watch Dragula. And then I'm going to watch... I might start, before I take a nap, like watch 1 episode. The JonBenet Ramsey series is 3 episodes. So I might watch 1 episode and then lay down, take a nap, then get up, watch Dragula, and then go back to Mindhunter. Because I do want to finish Mindhunter. I like it. It's good. It's just slow. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not slow like... It's not slow like I wouldn't recommend it to somebody. It's so well done. Like, it really is well done. It's interesting what I remember about watching it the first time, like the first couple episodes, because I only made it to the halfway through the 3rd episode, is different than how I remember it. I really like the guy that plays his partner, too. He's been in some other stuff. I mean, it's really well cast. It shows the FBI. It shows all that kind of stuff. Anyway, it's not bad. It's just real slow. Like, I would never, like, people are like, oh my god, I binged it 5 times. I'm like, how did you watch a show 5 times? Like, 1 is enough. Like, I don't watch a lot of shows over and over and over again anyway. But if I was going to, this would not be the show that I would watch over and over again. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's a good show, but I don't know. Anyway. So, but we all like different things, you know. So, tonight, I'm going to watch Dragula at midnight, the JonBenet Ramsey. I'll probably finish the JonBenet Ramsey, start and finish it tonight. If it's good. If it's everything I already know. I feel like I know that case inside and out. If it's already stuff I already know, then I probably will get bored and just watch, you know, an episode a night. But I like to do that video. And then, is it Monday or Tuesday? Oh, 1,000 Pound Sister comes on tomorrow. And then I'll go back to Mindhunter and finish Mindhunter. And then, yeah. And then tomorrow, get up and... Tanya and I were going to go to a meeting tomorrow night, and she wasn't sure like what her work schedule looked like, but because I had the doctor's appointment in the afternoon, and then I'll get home from there, you know, and then vlog. I'm going to opt out of the meeting tomorrow night. So we'll go next week instead. Which she'll probably be fine from because she said she had a lot of stuff going on because the kennel's really full right now because everybody's going out of town for Thanksgiving. So, so anyway, she might have had to have canceled it anyway, but I'm just gonna, you know, bow out this week so I can. I don't know, if I wake up tomorrow and I don't feel great, it takes me a long time to start feeling better, then I might just not film any videos before I go, and I might just do my vlog tomorrow. But I don't think so. I'll probably get up tomorrow. I do want to do at least a booktube video tomorrow. And I didn't do a booktube video or a Peterisms video today, so I'll at least do those two tomorrow. I have a bunch of reviews to do. TV show. I mean, I have videos to make on all of my channels. So we'll just play it by ear. I mean, if I get up tomorrow at like 11, then I'll probably make videos on all my channels tomorrow. If I get up tomorrow, you know, like at 12:30 or 1, then it'll be a different story. Then I'll be like 1 or 2 videos tomorrow. It just kind of depends. But anyway, so I got up today. Like I said, I did not feel great. And just kind of like moseyed around the house a little bit. And then got an Uber to my hair appointment. And so our hairstylist cuts like Alex and I's hair and then like the husbands of a lot of like our friends. And so so one of our friends, we went out to dinner with them like 6 months ago, this couple. We've been friends with them since Alex and I first started dating. They were actually dating before. I was just talking to him tonight. We used to go to karaoke every Wednesday night. And he used to do lead the karaoke at this bar called Moe's in Noblesville. It's like this, I think Moe's still exists actually. It's in like, if you live in Indianapolis, it's in Hamilton Town Center. And it was this restaurant called Moe's. And there was like 6 couples. It was all couples. I mean, it was a lot of other people too. But 6 couples that we all were friends. It was like this friend group that we had. And we would go to Moe's on Wednesday night. And everybody would do karaoke. Except for me. I think I did karaoke one time. And it was to Grease. We all did it as a group. And it was Lightning. What's that song from Grease? But you know what I'm talking about. Anyway. So... And we've taken cabin trips with them and stuff like that. And I just love them as a couple. And so, and now they have like 4 kids and they're super busy. And so we don't get to see them that much anymore. But our hairstylist has started scheduling his appointments and mine back to back. Like he was after me last time, but this time he was before me. So and we're all friends with her too. So when we got done, or when he got done, I got there like 15 minutes early. I went and got a coffee and then I came over there. And so she was like, come in. And so I came in, and when I came in there, it's like one of those places where each person owns their own salon. It's like a solo salon, but it's not. So anyway, so I came in there, and she was finishing up with him. She's like, I'm running like 10 or 15 minutes late. I was like, that's fine. So we were talking and laughing, all 3 of us, and whatever. So then when I got my hair cut, he just stayed. And so I was like, are you not working today? He's like, no, I have the afternoon off. I took the afternoon off after my hair appointment and stuff like that. And so he was like, and they live like north of us, like way north of us. And so Alex is in the kitchen. So, when we got done, he was like, are you Ubering home? And I was like, yeah, I was going to. He's like, well, I can take you home. And I was like, no, it's like too far away. He's like, no, I have to go over there anyway. He was like, they had to get he had to go to Restoration Hardware because their kids were like making a fort or something out of the bar stools that they have in the basement. And their kids were like 2 years apart. And they're like 2, 4, 6, and 8 or something like that. And they're all real young. And he said they were making a fort out of it. And he was like, our oldest son like climbed on, like was like climbing on him and like broke 2 of the legs off. So he had to go. So anyway, so he was laughing about it. But so he was like, I have to go to Restoration Hardware anyway. It's right by your house. I'll just take you home. I was like, that is so sweet. I really appreciate it. So he took me home. He was like, is there anywhere you need to stop? I was like, no. Like, nobody asks this. Like, like, Tanya, Valerie used to take me places before she moved. Obviously, Alex and Caroline. But, like, a lot of other people, like, I mean, I don't hear from a lot of other people about, like, do you need to go somewhere or whatever. It was so nice today. He was like, no, he was like, don't even... Stop thanking me. He was like, I'm gonna take you home. He's like, do you need to go to the grocery store? I was like, no, I'm good. I've got everything I need. But anyway, so we had a fun time. We were laughing the whole way home. We were talking about like scheduling dinner to do with Alex and his wife. And maybe taking like a weekend trip. He was wanting to go to, he was like, have you guys ever been to Charlotte? He was like, I love Charlotte. And so I was like, no, but I've been meaning to go to Charlotte. And he was like, we should schedule a weekend trip to Charlotte. And I was like, oh, I would love to go to Charlotte. There's some things I want to like do there. And he was like, okay. He was like yeah, so we're going to maybe like schedule like just like a weekend trip to Charlotte and stuff like that. Their parents are very involved. So they have like sitters, like not live-in sitters, but like their parents just come and stay at their house and stuff like that. They're really, really a neat couple. It was interesting because they got married like a year before us, but had been dating. Anyway, so we were talking about that today. We're like, isn't it crazy that like, so out of the 6 couples, our one friend, she got divorced and then her husband passed away and she's remarried and has a daughter. And then Alex and I are still together. And then this guy, our friend, he and his wife are still together and have 4 kids. And then one of our other friends, she and her husband are still together. So 3 out of the 6 couples are still together. And so we were talking about that today. Isn't it like crazy that we're all still together? And then the other 3 couples, they're all, well, the one guy passed away, sadly. But it was so much fun. Oh my God, we used to have so much fun with him. So sad. But they're all remarried and like happily remarried and have kids and stuff. So yeah. And then there was like this one girl that we were all friends with, and she's married now and has kids. So she always kind of came as a single. But those were fun days back then. I remember one year, it was like in the fall, and we all got a huge cabin. It was more than the 6 couples of us. It was more than that. We got this huge cabin in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. That was a crazy weekend. I remember we got down there, and it was like one of the first like big couples trips that we ever did together. And I had said something to Alex. I was like, I need like 1 or 2 sober people around me this weekend. Is that cool? And he's like, yeah, I just want to drink a lot. And so we got there on Friday. Like we got there on a Friday and stayed till like a Sunday. And they drank so much, and Alex didn't. And they drank so much that Friday night that like that Saturday, like I wanted to go into town and stuff like that. And nobody wanted to leave and go into town because they were all like so hungover. And Alex was like, I'm really glad I didn't drink last night and stuff. But anyway, that trip was fun. Cabin was beautiful. So yeah. I miss them. We used to see them a lot more. You know, it's interesting, like, when you're... Well, okay, so Alex is 40. He's probably... His wife is, like, a year or 2 older than Alex. So she's, like, 41 or 42. And he's, like, 45 or 46. Because he's closer to my age a little bit. But, you know, it's interesting, like, when you're all dating together early on, you know, and you all go out a lot. I mean, we were going out, like, every night of the week doing something. And then as you get older, it's like, you know, people have kids and, you know, and all this kind of stuff. It's like so many, like, Alex's, like, girlfriends, it's like, I was like, who was walking down the street? It's like a car going down there. It's the shadows. Like, one of his good friends, she's divorced. And so, like, one weekend her husband will have... So his 2 friends, it's like alternate weekends. So she has her daughter her daughter lives with her, but then every other weekend she goes to her dad's. And then Alex's other his really good friend, she and her boyfriend, like, they live together, and he has his kids like half the week. It goes back and forth. And so it's like it mixes weeks, like when they can do stuff together, but like it always lands on like a certain day that they can get together and do stuff. So yeah, and a lot of Alex's friends are getting married and stuff that he met through like that group. That group that we met originally, like they're all like married and yeah. But that's a different group of friends than the ones that we used to hang out with. It's weird, like those would be the going out. That group of 6 couples, that was like we would go out to dinner and go to karaoke and trips and stuff like that. Our going out friends that we used to go out with, like on the weekends and to clubs and stuff like that, hardly any of those people are together anymore. It's kind of sad. Like, I've said this before, like, Alex and I were never, like, the couple that was supposed to make it. Like, I mean, we weren't even, when we started dating, we didn't really even want to be in a serious relationship. And so we look back, it was like, oh, we were looking at a friend of ours the other day. She came up on Facebook, and we had just been talking about her, which is probably why she came up in my algorithm. And she lives in North Carolina. And so we were talking about her, and she has 2 daughters. And I was like, I didn't even know, and they're like 6 and 8. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know she had 2 daughters. I mean, I haven't seen, you know. And so we were talking about her, we were talking about like all these fun, I was like, I miss her, she was so much fun, all these times we had back then. But like, she's been like divorced and married like twice. Most of our friends have from back in the day, you know. That group that we hung out with though, I would say like, all of the guys were probably my age at the time. Because like a couple of the guys that like we hung out with, like I knew them from like high school or different high schools and stuff like that. Like we were all kind of like the same age. And like most of the girls that they dated were probably 5 to 10 years older than Alex at that time. Or closer to Alex's. Some of them were close to Alex's age. So... a different world. A whole new world. Is that, I don't even know what Disney movie that's from. Is that from Aladdin? I don't even know. I sang something on one of my videos. You know, I've been singing is a lot of John Denver. I actually was going to sing You Fill Up My... I think I have it pulled up. If I have it pulled up and it says Annie's song, I will lose my mind. No, I don't. What do I have? Billy Preston with You I'm Born Again. But what was the video games, Lana Del Rey? What was it? Now You See It, Honorable. Adele. Where? I thought I had it on here. Annie's song. Here it is. You fill up my senses like a night in the forest. I've been listening to a lot of John Denver lately. I don't know why. Nobody, like, my mom liked some of his music, but she wasn't like a diehard fan. My dad, I don't know what my dad thinks about John Denver, but I loved John Denver when I was growing up. My mom and my grandma did love that song, Leaving on a Jet Plane, because I always associate that one with when my grandma passed away. I'm leaving on a jet plane, bum, bum. Don't know when now. But in my AITA videos, I've been singing Country roads take me home to the place I belong. Am I an asshole? Tell me mama, tell me so, yes or no. Grandma's featherbed. It was 6 feet high, 9 feet wide, soft as a towny chick. I love that song so much. But I have to tell you, one of my favorite Christmas albums of life is John Denver and the Muppets. I love that so much. And what's the one song? If you've never heard this song before, it's the one where he talks about the tree. Alfie? Is that the name? The tree? John Denver and the Muppets album. John Denver and the Muppets. He talks about Alfie, I think, is the tree. Christmas album. Let's look and see if the songs are on there. 12 Days of Christmas is so good on that. I have the vinyl album to this. Oh, here it is. Okay. Why isn't it pulling up more songs? More songs. It won't pull up more songs. Okay. Okay, Wikipedia. This will have all the songs on it together on it. So the songs on there are, I love that soundtrack album. Is that the songs on here? 12 Days of Christmas. Okay, that's the one where Miss Piggy goes, 5. Is it Miss Piggy or who does it? 5 golden rings. And then she goes, ba ba ba. I love that part. Okay. Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Beautiful version. The Peace Carol. It's okay. Christmas is coming. I don't like that one. A Baby Just Like You. I don't like that one. Deck the Halls. It's fine. When the River Meets the Sea. That one's pretty. Little Saint Nick. Okay. Noel. Christmas Eve 1913. And that is one of the, or is it the Silent Night one? It must be the Silent Night one when he talks about the writing of Silent Night and who wrote it, and it's the history of Silent Night, the song. I love that version so much. Alfie, the Christmas Tree, Carol for Christmas Tree. It's in every one of us to be kind. Do you guys know that song? Oh, I love that song so much. So bizarre that it's Christmas already. Let's get into some comments. See, I'm feeling better already. Thank you guys for that. Let's get into some comments. Gabby said the way Peter doesn't care about any of the Mandela effects because he constantly says words and lyrics wrong. Girl, you are so right though. She said, I'm dead and he's an English major. I do though. I get everything wrong. I pronounce things. I mean, you should hear Tanya and I. Tanya and I, straight up, I mean, it is like, I feel like we just invent words all the time. We do. Like, we say words all, and we'll start laughing because I'll say something wrong. And she'll start laughing. I'll say, what? She'll go, did you even, I mean, I say words wrong. I'll watch videos back. And as I'm watching the video back, I'm like, you are so ignorant, Peter. Do you not hear how you pronounce that word? That is so wrong. People think I do it on purpose. I don't. I just get like going so fast that I forget what I say or whatever. But I pronounce so many words wrong. I know I do. And yes, I am an English major. Okay, or I was an English major. Well, I don't understand that one. Okay, when people do this, somebody put 3648 and then all these laughing emojis. I don't know what that means. I have to like go and look it up, and then it takes me out of the creator app into YouTube. It's like so just tell me what you're laughing at. Let me know. I want to know what the joke is. Somebody said, I had no idea soy chorizo existed. I don't eat pork, and one of my roommates has alpha, I don't know what that is, and can't eat any mammal products at all, so we'll have to look for that. Yeah, okay, so I believe, hold on a second. I'm gonna look up soy chorizo and what the restaurant was called. Oh, they have it at Trader Joe's, it says. Hold on a second. What is soy chorizo? Yeah, they have it at Trader Joe's. Oh, they have a brand. Well, it's always. But, okay. But what I wanted to look up is, what's that place called? Is it Breakfast Revolution? If you're ever in San Diego, Revolution. When we went out there, this was years ago. Oh, they have a Revolution Trader Joe's. What's that? Okay, this place. Oh, soy chorizo breakfast hash recipe from the Trader Joe's, 5 items. Breakfast scramble. Is it called Breakfast Revolution? Is it even still around? Is that even what the restaurant's called? Alex would know. He goes out there every time. Here it is, Breakfast Revolution San Diego. Oh, Breakfast Republic. That's what it's called. Okay, here's the menu. There was something that I got that was so... I mean, this place is so good. Oh, here, you can look it up the menu right here. Why does it say any sausage? And then it has... Do they not have the soy chorizo anymore? I would swear. Is this not the place that we went? I'm almost positive that we went out there and they had... Was it not? Oh, wait. 3 veggie breakfast tostados. Maybe they don't have the soy chorizo in there anymore, but oh my god, it was so good. Because I got something I was like... Oh, vegan. They do have it on here. Wait. Do they have the soy... Chipotle? I'm not seeing the... I feel like this is what I got, the frittata. Blackberry. Italian vegan sausage they have on here. But they don't have the soy chorizo anymore. Maybe this wasn't the place that we went? I would swear that it was this place that we went, Breakfast Republic. Does anybody know if that Breakfast Republic... Anyway, Trader Joe's has soy chorizo if you want it. It's so good. It's so good. Where am I at on time? Okay. Cauliflower said, you were cracking me up with your shenanigans today. Feral Vlog said, not the mushy pumpkins. They were... Mine is mushy. Here, I'm going to show you. I got it right here, okay? Look at her. Look. Ooh, it's a mushy pumpkin. She's gone this week. I know. People be like, you should save that. What for what? I'm not making anything out of it. I'm not Okay, here's somebody said. Anna said, I love Mindhunter. It's so good. You would love it. It kind of does end in a cliffhanger, but if you watch it, it's not too bad. I do not think you will like Reacher. Okay. Reacher's on a very long list, so, but thank you for letting me know that, because maybe I'll just put that to the back of the list. Caitlin said, there is a Thanksgiving cozy mystery called The Diva Runs Out of Time, like T-H-Y-M-E, like the cooking, and it is so good. Okay, well, if you say it's so good, then I'm going to look list. Is it, okay, what is it called? The Diva Runs Out of Time. Is it, like, part of a series, though? Like, I don't want to be reading, like, book 4 in a series. The Diva... Okay, sometimes I hate Goodreads because it doesn't pull stuff up right away. It's so slow. Okay. The Diva runs... Usually it starts pulling up books right... Oh, here it is. Oh, it's book 1! Oh, ma'am. Okay. A Domestic Diva Mystery, book 1. By Krista Davis. How many books are... Oh, wait. Let's see if there's more books in the series. Are there? This is probably the one she's talking about. The Diva Takes the Cake. How many are there in the series? Oh, there's a lot. Oh, okay. Oh, it just came out in May. Diva Goes Overboard. How many are there? There's 17 already? Let's read the synopsis to the first one. Okay. Few can compete with Natasha Smith. Well, I know I can't. I know I can't compete with her. When it comes to entertaining, but her childhood rival, Sophie Winston, certainly tries. Who is she? Oh my God, I'm so nervous now about this. Sophie, the camera stopped. Okay. Natasha may have stolen the spotlight and Sophie's husband, but Sophie is determined to rob her of the prize with stupendous stuffing shakedown. I already love this. Okay. She just needs the right ingredient, but Sophie's search for the perfect turkey takes a basting when she stumbles across a corpse. And when this is totally what a cozy mystery is, if you guys want to know, okay? And when the police find her name and photo inside the victim's car, Sophie will have to set her trusting aside to solve the murder, or she'll be serving up prison grub. The Diva, let's see if it's on Audible and how long it is. I think I might have to put the second Misfortune book off in time to start reading Christmas books on Thanksgiving. The Diva, oh, it is on Audible. It's 8 hours and 42 minutes. Oh, it's free on your Audible. Oh, add to the library. Thank you so much for that. I love a good cozy mystery. Oh my God, I might have to start that. I'll have to finish the Misfortune book, and then I can start that. Well, and then I have to read Peter's Book Club for November. And then I can start the Thanksgiving one, and then Christmas one, and then the Misfortune one, and then Christmas ones. I got lots of reading to do. Well, I got 2 credits. I didn't even know. Who knew? So if you have Audible, a lot of books are included in your Audible. The battery is at the halfway mark, so it's probably going to die any minute. But thank you for that recommendation. Okay. Thank you, Caitlin. That's probably the one that my neighbor's reading. Is that like the only Thanksgiving? Well, there's probably more than one Thanksgiving Cozy Mystery series. Amy said she's getting organized for Thanksgiving. Oh, I was talking about like what foods people eat. Like that Caroline and Alex. Well, Caroline's not as picky today, but Alex is pretty picky and Caroline was. And Sally said, my sister's ex-husband would not eat pizza, any condiments, no vegetables, no fruits. I'm sure I'm missing other things he didn't eat. But he was the pickiest eater I've ever seen. Thank God we don't have to put up with that anymore. Have family get-togethers. Leah said, Alex sounds just like me with his food aversions. Sally said, my husband, when he used to run, wore his compression shorts under his sweatpants when he wasn't able to just wear shorts. So I bought compression, like not just the shorts with the compression, like underwear underneath it built in, but I also brought compression, like the underwear shorts. So I have like 6 pairs of those, so I can wear those under the sweatpants, so it's not too bulky when I walk. Hassie said, have you watched, I haven't watched any of the, she said Halo Beauty Part 2. I was talking about Jen Love's reviews. I haven't watched any of that. People have been asking me to watch the Gabriel Zamora one. It's like an hour and 38 minutes. I like Jen. She and I have always, I don't really know her that well, but she and I have always gotten along really well. I was going to watch both of those and respond to them, but the Gabriel Zamora one and the one about Halo Beauty, I haven't watched any of that. And the James Charles ones I watched, they were pretty good. But yeah, they're on my list of things to cover. That's why I did an AITA video today, because I didn't want to do a lot of research. Because I'm lazy, which means I like to relax. I'm lazy and I like to relax and watch TV shows. Hassie also said, hey, Hassie. Hassie's been around since the beginning. She said, I love change at work. Most of the times I'm very, yeah, let's do this and embrace change. Bosses love me. I bet the bosses do love you for that, because a lot of people don't like that. Like I said, for years, I didn't like change. Kelly said, my daughter decided she wanted to be a vegetarian in kindergarten, but she started eating meat again when we ate out because there were no vegetarian options on kids' menus. She hated dairy. It was so surprising to me. She's 13 now and has been the only vegetarian in the house since she was 6 or 7. Wow. I'd love to see how you cook around that, because I think it's like, it'd be interesting to see like how you make like do you make like a, like, do, you know, when you guys cook, do you make like a vegetarian side dish, or how do you do it, you know? Christy said, thanks for the vlog. It's Monday, so don't forget to call the fireplace. Oh, I did say I was going to call well, I had the doctor's today. I'll call the fireplace tomorrow. You'll be glad you did when you have a warm, cozy, crackling fire. You know, you're right. You are so right, Christy. I'm so sorry about it. I'm sorry to myself, because I'm letting myself down that I didn't get to it. Tula said, hey Tula said, Peter, Mindhunter is great, but my profession is psychological research. Well, no wonder you like it. Oh my God, Karina said, oh, Mindhunter is one of my all-time favorites. Definitely wouldn't binge it. It's a show that should be watched one episode a week. Maybe that's why it feels slow to me, because I'm binging it. That's an interesting point of view that you said. Michelle said Mindhunter was good, but Ozark I enjoyed more. So, okay, Dexter, Ozark, Yellowstone, all the shows I've been wanting to binge watch for like a long time. Alex was watching Grey's Anatomy last night. I'm like, I don't know that I can do 18 seasons. I mean, it's every episode is so sad. I was sitting there watching it. It's like everybody's always crying and dying in that show. Crying and dying. It's so sad. But definitely Yellowstone, Ozark. What did I say? What was the other one I said? Dexter. Those three, I'm definitely binging. And then I got a bunch of reality shows that I'm binging. So I'm just going to like, right now I'm going through Mindhunter. The next one I'll probably do Yellowstone or Ozark. I'm just going to go through them like that. And watch other shows on the side while I'm doing it, you know? So, okay. Jojo said, the new Ted Danson show looks amazing. I love these types of shows and books. I just love reading and watching. I love that too. The Thursday Murder Club, she said, funny elderly people. You would like Richard Osman, the Thursday Murder Club, and they're making it into a movie, and he has a new book out and a new series as well. Tony said, the raw food diet is so interesting to me. I wonder if it's the bad oils that avoided that really makes you feel better. Have trouble sleeping, so that intrigues me. Thanks, Peter. There's a lot of people on YouTube that do it. I'm sure there's TikTok too, that are like raw food. They're called raw food enthusiasts, I think. Maybe that's the wrong word, I don't know, but they follow like raw food diets. Like when I started doing it, TikTok wasn't around. There were a lot of YouTube videos where they kind of explained the whole philosophy behind it and how to do it. It's really not that hard, because all you do is eat raw foods and you don't cook anything. And if you do cook something, I think you can only cook it to like a certain temperature or something like that. I don't really know how it works. I don't remember. I did it for like 24 days. It was like a month I did it. Somebody, were you the one that left the comment? She said, I knew what you meant by built like his mom and looks like his dad in the face. Maybe I went to more, Pamela said, my mom, God love her soul, called Skechers stretchers till she died. You could not tell her any different. I love that. Oh, somebody said, Mstep said, I couldn't get through Mindhunter either. It is worth it. Once you commit to it, it's worth it. Man on the Inside of Netflix is already approved for a second season, and Brilliant Mind on Peacock is also very good. Need to get caught up. Okay, Brilliant Mind. I'll check that out too. A couple people have mentioned that to me. Please watch Chernobyl next. Okay, that was what I was going to start the other night. Oh, that's what I was going to start the other night before I started watching, what do you call it? I got confused. Okay, because there's like the Chernobyl Diaries. There's Chernobyl the show on Max. There's a documentary about Chernobyl. Which one is the one I should watch? Is it the show that was on Max originally? I think that's what people are telling me to watch. Maggie said, so thankful for you and your vlogs, all your channels. Sending love from Virginia. Aww. Kristen said, I started binging Cross last night. Love it. I read the James Patterson books too. Stacy said, it's okay that you didn't like Mindhunter. I've been wrong before. Totally kidding. I can definitely see it being disappointing if you want it scary. That's why I don't like Dexter too scary. Well, Stacy, I did end up liking Mindhunter. It just took me a long time to get into it. But I will tell you this. Okay, two things I'm thinking about for 2025. So let me throw a couple things at you, okay, at the very end. I've had so many people reach out to me recently and be like, and people used to say it on the vlog, people don't say it anymore because I think that they just know I'm not going to, but so many people have been asking me like, Peter, do a podcast, you should do a podcast. And then I said something about doing a podcast, and then people were like, Peter, do an AITA podcast, Peter, do a Real Housewives podcast. I don't want to do, this is my thing, if I do a podcast, I would do like 2 episodes a week, and they would probably be an hour long. I really want to do something that's very, very true to who I am. I don't want it to have to be some huge setup, okay? I literally want to like sit in a chair and talk. That's what I want to do. I don't want to have to rely on having a co-host or coming up with guests or researching topics. I want something that's like something I would listen to if it was a podcast. And so I'm really thinking about doing something that would be kind of a spinoff of the vlog. And it would be called something like Life with Peter. Or like, The Real Life with Peter, or something like the podcast, Life with Peter. And each episode would be taking something that like I would talk about on here, but where I talk about it for 15 or 20 minutes and I would talk about it for like an entire hour. Just like a concept, you know? Like for example, that's the first thing I'm thinking about. And like for example, I've been writing down quotes from TV shows. Like maybe I would just take a quote, you know, and read it. Like I read one of these quotes to you guys the other day that I got from the show with Ted Danson, which was called A Man on the Inside. When she says in there, every day I wake up, I think, what's something new I can try? Like, I would dedicate an hour to that, of just talking about it. Or this quote that was in the same show, it said, I love this quote so much, every great thing in your life, looking back on it, feels like a miracle. I love that quote so much, right? And so then I would do like an hour podcast just talking about every great thing that you look, like when you look back on your life, all of the great moments, they feel like miracles, you know, they do. Like I was talking at the beginning about missing Boo Radley and all this kind of stuff, but like having 3 dogs run around here and just be a little family of their own, you know, outside of even Alex and I, but like even further in our family, it felt like such a miracle time, you know. It's like funny moments that I've had with, you know, and just great moments. They feel like miracles looking back on it. And so a whole episode would be of just sharing those moments, you know, or maybe having people write in and me responding to them or whatever. I don't know. But and then the third one, I got this actually from Mindhunter, I think. Yeah, this was from Mindhunter, and he said in there, the only mistake I made was ever doubting myself. And I thought like I could do a whole episode of talking about like how we doubt ourselves and times in my life when I've doubted myself, you know, when I'm pretty sure, like I've been pretty sure in my life. I thought it was such an interesting quote because when I look back on my life, there's been so many things I've been so sure about that I should have done. And then, like, I doubt myself, or somebody gets in my head, or somebody says something else, and then I start doubting myself, or I doubt, and then I look back on it, and I think I should have done that. It's like when my mom passed away, like before, you know, she passed away, and we had that talk, she said to me, when you look back on your life, the things you regret are the things you never tried. You could do a whole episode just talking about that, the things you never tried in life that you know. But I'm thinking like if I do a podcast, that would be what I would do. And I know it wouldn't be like a highly listened to podcast. And if I put it on YouTube, which I don't even know if I would, it'd literally be me sitting in a chair with a microphone just talking for an hour. That's all it would be. I don't even know if it would have to be on a microphone if it's going to do it for a podcast. But I'm totally open to any podcast ideas, you know. Caroline and I have talked about possibly doing a podcast. Melissa and I, we like backburner a podcast because she's so busy with stuff. And so we still thought we'll do the horror movie podcast, Boogeyman Besties, at some point, but we don't know. I mean, it's still, we talk about it, but we just kind of at one point decided we just weren't going to do it. And then we talked about it, we're like, well, maybe we will pull it up again. Caroline really wants to do a podcast, but I'm really thinking about me doing a podcast just by myself. I don't want it to be like, it's not going to be some high-profile interview podcast or anything like that. I love watching those and whatever, but that's not what it would be. It would just be me talking about life, you know? But instead of me talking about 50 topics over here, it would be me just talking about one dedicated topic for an hour, of one, like, philosophical topic. Because I miss having those kind of conversations with people like I had when I was, you know, younger. Tanya and I still have those conversations. Alex and I have those conversations. I have them in therapy and with my sponsor, but, like, getting together at dinner and like having like really deep conversations with people, I don't feel like I do that anymore. It's a lot of catch up. Like, how are the kids? What are you doing? How's the job? You know, it's not like, let's just talk about this philosophical idea. Like, I can remember friends of mine sitting around for hours just talking about stuff. Maybe I'll call it, you know, not deep conversation, but you know, just, I don't know, just a conversation with Peter. That's what it would be, just me, you know? And so I'm thinking about doing that. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is, so I was talking about picking an author on my BookTube channel in January, and then we would read all the books for the whole year. And I talked about, like, now I can't think of her name, the one that wrote The A is for Alibi and all those books. And the reason I was thinking about doing that is because there's 25 books in the series, which means if we read 2 a month, we could finish the series in a year. Somebody suggested that in January, if I picked like 3 or 4 authors and we read the first book of theirs or something like that. I was also thinking like doing Kurt Vonnegut or somebody like that, but I want to read something that I want to read, you know? And so I was like, okay, I could pick the first book of 3 different authors, and then we could pick which one we were going to go with. But this is so corny because I dogged him for years. And now ever since I watched this Cross show, I am so back into James Patterson again. But I was thinking about starting in January, 2 a month, reading all the Alex Cross novels, starting with Along Came a Spider, and then Kiss the Girls, and then going till today. And then reading all the Alex Cross books, or the women's detective books by, Club Books by James Patterson. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section below, or recommend an author to me for next year. That's something a side thing. The battery is flashing me, which means I have to go. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Monday and a fantastic beginning to your week. If nobody else has told you this today, I I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!